more determined than ever.
For sure. And then being on Coach Franklin's staff, the collaboration, how much has that helped you grow as a coach?
A lot. I mean, because coach is always pushing you to get better, and having him as a former receivers coach and played quarterback and coach quarterbacks and been an offensive coordinator, his eyes are always drawn to just what the receivers are doing. So feedback, just thinking about this or think about that, and sometimes you get a different voice and a different opinion and a set of eyes of some things that you might not be looking at a certain way that he just always brings to my attention. And I think it's good. I learn a lot from him since I've been here, and it's always good. And I think I'm surrounded by good coaches as well, with Coach Duke, Coach Herbs, that I get to work with every day at receiver. And I'm really grateful for the people around me. But Coach is a great resource to have as a head coach, but also as a former receivers coach as well. He's coached it in college and at the NFL, so it's a great resource to have him.
Lyric had kind of the big highlight of the spring game with his touchdown. How did you see him progress through spring, especially, I think, the physical acclimation for him?
I think more the physical was the mental, because spring ball, it was just like everything was just, everything. It was like fire ants. But now it's been able to like slow down a little bit, and now he's been able to focus on what do I do, how do I do it, as opposed to just trying to, what the hell am I doing? You know what I'm saying? So from the first practice to the last, like you can just see the maturation of a kid who it's starting to come together for him as far as knowing what he's supposed to do and how to do it. And he's got a great opportunity to be a really good player here, and I'm excited for him. And so he was also one of the ones, him and Kobe, who watched the season in and got a chance to go to 2 playoff games and see what that atmosphere is like and how to prepare and get ready for that in practice. And now, going into what really is his freshman year, he's really got a head start. So having him there for those 2 bowl games playoff games was really invaluable. And I think he's got a huge upside. I think all those guys in that freshman class, him, Kobe, Matt, and Lyric, Jeff, have a great opportunity to be great players here.
With Jeff, I know he just got here. He has a little bit of a different body type than some of the other guys. What's kind of your scouting report? I think he's probably the only guy we haven't directly asked you about. What are you kind of expecting?
He's got such a huge upside. Like he's very raw to the position at receiver, but man, athletically, like he's got some gifts that you can't coach at his size. His ability to play basketball. Like if you ever seen him play basketball, he's an amazing basketball player. So bringing that to the grass and being able to move at his size and his speed, he's got a huge upside. And now we just getting started. Like we haven't played any football with him yet, but I like the variety in that class of Kobe Howard to Lyric Samuel to Jeff Exner to Matt Alton. Like we got some really different, unique pieces within that class, and I think that those guys are going to really be a good foundation of what's to come for the future.
James mentioned after the Blue-White game that the passing game really has a big chance to improve over the summer, maybe more so than other positions just because of what's available to them. I know you're not necessarily with the quarterbacks, receivers while they're doing workouts themselves, but from what you've gathered, how do you feel that your position group, Drew, just the entire passing game, has used almost 2 months since spring ball ended to improve?
I think they're just chemistry. I think anything with passing outside of timing is just chemistry. And I think that they're running a lot of the same things over and over again, so they know where they're supposed to be, where the quarterbacks can expect them. And then just the opportunity to just like continue to build on that, I think gives us a great opportunity going into the fall to really be, hitting the pass game at a high level. So I think more than anything, this period of time has really allowed them to create and connect that chemistry that's going to really be the main ingredient for the passing game throughout the season.
And then what do you think Trevor adds to the room?
I think he brings like a veteran presence of like experience and leadership, and just another really good example of just like how to do things, like how to essentially be a pro in college, take care of your body, prepare, eat right, rest. Like he's really kind of been in college for a long time. He's kind of old. I joke with him all the time, but a great addition, another set of like veteran leadership to add to guys like Liam, the Kyron, and Devontae as older guys that have been in college football for a while. So I'm excited for the group that we have, and really looking forward to the competition this fall camp to see who comes out on top to be the guys that get to round out the tunnel and get on the field and play.